Mickey, October the 29th, down at the O2 in London, you get a chance to defend your Central Area title against a very good kid, a kid with a phenomenal amateur pedigree. I think he's 7-0 as a pro, in Tom Whittaker Hart.
Yep. At Wembley as well, so buzzing, man. Just can't wait to get in there and get the job done, you know.
Well, listen, this is a big thing for you, because you know it's what can come after it, because as Eddie Hearns has said all the time, winner stays on, mate. So if you defend this title, and you, let's put it this way, with the betting people, you're going to be a big underdog, mate, because his amateur pedigree is quite phenomenal.
Yeah, well, that's it, innit? Like you say, he's been a top amateur, unbeaten as a pro, so I've just got to go in there and do my thing, you know. He's boxed all his life, or whatever he's done. I've boxed, gone away, come back, but I'll tell you now, I'll fight him for a full 10 rounds when we stood in front of him.
Yeah, well, I've just watched you you've done 26 rounds today, mate. What was it, 6 skipping, 6 shadow, 8 on the pads, a couple on the speed ball, and then a couple on the floor to ceiling ball as well. So
and a full day's draft as well. Parents' evening.
Well, you've had parents' evening, because you forget, you're one of the very, very few fighters that at this level who still work full time, and you've worked all the way through camp, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, and that's he'll know about that when I'm swinging the hammer at him for a full 10 rounds as well.
Well, that's the one thing. I mean, I don't think your record really tells the story of how hard you can punch. I think you've got 13 wins with 5 KOs, but you've got this, I call it Jethro power. You know, the kids out of the
Monk power.
Yeah, it's you throw a shot and it doesn't look spectacular or anything, but the effects that it have are. I mean, in fact, when you won the title against Jake Barton, that uppercut was, even though it wasn't the shot that finished the fight, it actually did. That was the shot that started the finish. I know it was a big overhand right that eventually finished Jake Barton. And Jake at the time was exactly the same. He was 7-0. So maybe that's your lucky number.
Another Scouse lad as well.
In fact, I'm going seeing Tom tomorrow. I'm going down to see Joe McNally down at the Rotunda where he trains, and hopefully going to get a few words with him and get his take, because he's actually really quite a nice lad, mate.
Yeah, I bet he is.
But I know you are one of the nicest guys I know, mate. But you really do. You flick a switch and you become a nasty man, don't you, mate?
Yeah, when it's fight night, it's me and them in there, innit? And yeah, I just want to fight now. I'm at that age now, and just, like I say, I want to be a nasty man now. I want to hurt people when I'm boxing. I've not got that long left, have I? You know,
well, I don't know this way. Have you just turned 32?
32, yeah. 33 in April. So.
Well, but I mean, it's not like you've had you have been in boxing and in combat sports for a long time, but you've not really had too many hard fights. You know, you've always done well. You've had plenty of breaks. You know, you've never killed yourself. But it seems, after watching you today, it's the fittest you've ever been, and also perhaps the most confident I've ever seen you, mate. Because we've always said, you know, you're the kid that when you've been beat, you've always come back a better fighter. And I think you showed that when you won against Jake Barton, because you were coming off 2 losses. That was a big fight for you to go into, and it was a fight that you had to win, because I think you might have called it a day if you didn't.
There's always fight left in me. I'm back to Alex, and he's rebuilt me, got me back confidence, back believing, and you know, he's known me best and knows me best and knows what works for me and knows what I'm effective at, and it's been working week in, week out in the gym. So I'm just looking forward to fight night and doing what I've been doing in here and listening to his guidance in the corner. And
does it make a difference being back here? It seemed to make a big difference in the last fight.
Yeah, massively. I'm back enjoying it, back in love with the sport again, and I just want to fight again.
I suppose you have to be in love with the
Hungry.
sport because of what we were saying before. You know, not only are you a working man and it's a physical job, you're a joiner, aren't you? You know, builder. You know, you're grafting all day, hard graft, because you're not on day rate, you're on price. You know, if you don't earn, you don't. Sorry, if you don't work, you don't earn. You know, and plus you've got 2 young kids.
Yeah, and it's a lot of sacrifice away from them and my wife as well. You know, they give up a lot of time away from me to come here, so I'm not fucking about. You know, it's serious business when I come here, and that's what I've come to in my head now, that I can't be coming away from them playing at it. So when it's business now when I'm in there, and that's what I've got to take care of.
Well, that's what I've noticed in you.
It's changed.
Yeah, totally changed. I think your mindset's changed.
Yeah.
I think obviously the confidence that you gained from that win, but I think it's the confidence. I'm going to go back to it. We've spoke about it on other fights, but I think one of the biggest changing points was when you lost the second time to Charlie Schofield in a fight that you was pretty sure you could have won, if perhaps things would have been different. And I think that was one of the main deciding factors why you won against Jake Barton, because you weren't going to let that. You weren't going to make a mistake again, were you?
No, I learned a lot from that camp for that, the loss through that, how I felt, and made me realise how much I wanted to win and achieve again, you know, and I weren't happy with losing, and no one wants to lose, do they? And then now I've got the confidence back again, you know, I'm ready to just keep going now. Yeah.
Well, like I say, just watching you here today, I was really impressed. Your fitness levels are the best I've ever seen, mate, and I feel, listen, this is a huge fight because of his amateur pedigree. I think the best name on his record. He's beat the people that he should have beat, but he did beat Jermaine Springer. He was a very good kid, and he beat him comfortably. But then the last time out, he struggled a little bit with Ben Ridings, and you know, I presume are you going to read anything to that, or are you just switching off and let Alex do all that thinking, and you're just going to go in there?
We've got a game plan. We've watched some of his fights. We know what he's about. And yeah, like I say, he's a nice, talented boxer. Let's see if he's a fighting man. I
think boxer lies as well, because I've stood next to him and he's a bloody tall man. And boxer
6'4", 6'4".
I think he's got to be around 6'3", something like that. He's a tall kid, and or he gives a sense of being tall. Like boxer, it might be right, but I can't believe it because it says he's 6'1.5". Well, you're 6'2", aren't you?
Yeah, 6'1.5", but when I'm stood in front of you, I'm a bigger man than I am. You know, if that makes sense. I feel bigger than 6'1" when I'm stood in front of you.
Are you happy now you're back at light heavyweight, mate?
Yeah, it's easy to make the weight. Easy. I'm eating more, eating right. Yeah, it's just more energy, take a shot better. You know, super middleweight is easy. But with work and, you know, family life, it's hard. You know, putting the diet and everything else in, so it just means every now and again, if I do miss a meal and things, I can make up for it later with having a busy life. So yeah, it's working out good.
So we've got one more hard week of training?
Week and a half.
Week and a half. We've got, I believe, you're sparring tomorrow?
Yeah, Friday night, yeah.
Who's that with?
Jack Owenfield.
Oh right, Jack's making a return on November the 12th, is it?
Yeah, I think 2 weeks after me on a VIP show, so he's been good. So yeah, had some good sparring.
Exactly, perfect preparation as well, because you won't get a much better boxer than him, and he's a super middleweight, light heavyweight as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit heavy as well at the minute, which is helping. And I've been sparring Riakpo as well.
I was going to say,
so
he's a cruiserweight.
He's another tall, big lad.
How's that come about?
Yeah, it's good, really.
No, but how's it come about? What was he doing up here?
Some of the heavyweights, the amateurs from the gym, Chippy, Kev and Ellie, they've been going down sparring Fraser, so I've just gone down in the mix with them.
Shout out to Chippy Kev.
I tell you what, the lads here have some great. I've just heard your new name, your new gym name is Caramel Caveman, mate. Is that right?
I'll take that. Because of my tan and my beard, I've normally got.
Well, listen, I like I say, I'm going to speak to Tom tomorrow. We'll put these both up at the same time. Obviously, I am Team VIP, and I do want you to win, but I do like Tom. I hope it's a great fight, and like I say, whoever, all I'm going to say is may the best man win.
Yeah, definitely.
Mickey, good luck for, it's 2 weeks on Saturday.
2 weeks on Saturday, 29th.
Are you taking a little team down there?
There's a few coming down. You know, it's only been announced late, so even though I knew about it, I couldn't really tell people because I didn't know all the details.
Well, you didn't even know the venue, did you?
So yeah, I didn't know the venue.
You knew your opponent, but that was it.
So there's going to be a few coming down, but if I had a bit more notice and things, I could have took a few more, like, because just see what happens. But if I'm not bothered anyway. It doesn't matter if no one comes to watch me. I'll still
Well,
the same
I was just
job.
checking out the card. Obviously, I know Katie Taylor's on there, but the fight that really intrigued me is Jordan Gill against Kiko Martinez. So I think you're fighting on a
Good
quality
show,
card,
yeah.
mate.
Good God,
you know,
yes.
and
It's
you
a
have to be
pleasure
part of that.
to be part of that, yes.
Yeah.
You know, when I come into boxing, I never thought anything like this. I just did it to give it a go and see what crack were, see where I could get. So
Not done bad, have you?
not done bad. This is living the dream, baby.
Well, listen, long may it continue. Like I say, we won't be down there, but I wish you all the best. And
Cheers, Lee.
like I say, let's just say the best man win.
Yeah, you
Mickey,
too.
take care.
Cheers, Lee. Thanks.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.